All right, we are
All
live.
right. Well, it is our turn. Well, man, everybody, welcome to Knives Live. Welcome to Knife Rights. I am SCAB from Choir Boys Cutlery. I have with me two distinguished gentlemen. Let me tell y'all what we're doing real quick. First and foremost, the gentleman to your right is Doug Ritter. Everybody knows who Mr. Ritter is. He is the reason we're doing this and an awesome guy. The guy to your left is Joe, most punchable face on YouTube, but we love him. So welcome, fellas. Let me tell you what we're doing real quick. We're simulcasting on 3 channels. We're doing my channel, we're doing Joe's channel, Steel Forged and Fire, and we're doing our combined channel of Blade Talk. So welcome in, Mr. Ritter. Excited to have you.
Excited
welcome
to be here.
Choir Boys Cutlery Outdoors and Blade Talk. Good. Joseph, how are you?
I am doing well. Excited about this. We had a couple of great lives that I caught. Tri-State, Bees, Knives. I just ended up watching. So a lot of lives going on today. A lot of talk about knives. A lot of stuff. Good things in the air, man.
Loving it. And welcome in, everybody. Mr. We just had a big victory. You want to speak on that for a minute?
Sure. And call me Doug, please. Mr. Ritter makes me feel even older than I already are. Yeah, so yesterday we celebrated the governor of Pennsylvania, Governor Wolf, signing our bill to repeal their switchblade ban. That was an incredible feeling. Bipartisan support, 202 to 1 in the House, 50-0 in the Senate. That is exactly the sort of stuff we try to get. You know, the majority of our bills passed with bipartisan support, and this one was special, both because we've been trying to get this fixed in Pennsylvania for a decade. I mean, literally 10 years, and also because that was our 40th bill signed. So 40 bills, 26 states in 13 years. It's pretty amazing when you consider a lot of people told me, in fact, most people told me I was crazy when we started Knife Rights. So I'll take it. It's really, really exciting to reach that milestone.
Well, congratulations, first and foremost. And that is a big win. And thank you for all you've done. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to, since the 3 of us are here, Joe, talk to us a little bit about some of the struggles you face in New York, New Jersey, that area. And let's just kind of open it up and have some fun.
You want to talk about how much New York sucks with knife laws? Yeah, we could talk about that.
It sucks less.
Well, that's what we were talking about off air. So let's talk about, Doug, how much New York knife laws suck less than yesterday. I would love to hear that.
So we worked in New York and against New York City for 9.5 years. Spent almost $1 million. 2 vetoes by Governor Cuomo. Our civil rights case, 2 appeals, on to appeal to the Supreme Court, and with basically a week to conference at the Supreme Court, which is when they decide to take your case or not. Governor Cuomo finally signed our bill that was passed unanimously, but for 1 vote in New York Assembly. And the background is New York City arrested and prosecuted over 70,000 people over the course of a decade.
Yep.
Over 70,000 people for carrying common pocket knives and claiming they were illegal gravity knives.
Yeah.
I mean, it was terrible. 86% of those people were people of color, just for carrying a pocket knife. New York City has its own crazy laws, like you must carry a knife totally concealed, and under 4 inches. But people would carry with a clip. They'd come around, they pulled a knife out of their pocket, and the next thing you know, they were arrested for carrying the same knife that we all carry. So that was a huge victory. It was a huge fight. It's really frustrating to have so much opposition from the top of the political pyramid, and so much support down below that we couldn't get past it until finally we did. And I think it's a lesson as to why we're successful, why we've had 40 bills signed, is because you have to show up and you have to have persistence. Those are the two secrets to our success. We show up at the State House and we just don't give up. New York, 9.5 years. Pennsylvania, we just got done a decade. Virginia, that was 5 years or 6 years. Ohio was 5 years. You can't, if you don't win, you can't just say, oh, I'll go away. You just have to come back stronger each time until, eventually you get it. Even if they pass it because it's like, okay, we're tired of seeing you. I don't care.
Yeah.
All I care is that we get these stupid knife laws repealed. I mean, these are irrational knife laws. No one's going to arrest you for carrying a screwdriver in your pocket. Why should they arrest you because your knife is over a certain length or opens a certain way or shaped a certain way? I mean, it's all stupid stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's obviously a passion, and unfortunately, it's expensive. That's just, that just sucks. But we're getting stuff done, so that's okay. And
Dang actually brought up a good point, because Amazon doesn't ship. I can't get any knives shipped from Amazon to New York.
Yeah, that's an eternal frustration for us.
Yeah.
So Amazon does pretty much whatever the hell it wants to do.
Yeah.
And so Amazon sells millions of knives every year, millions of dollars of knives every year. But if they didn't sell any knives, it wouldn't be a blip on their bottom line.
Right.
Because they are that big.
Right.
And it takes one individual at Amazon to decide, oh, we don't want any problems with New York, so we're just not going to let you ship there. Even though the vast majority of knives they sell are perfectly legal in New York City.
Right.
But haven't figured out how to get to Bezos, and they don't listen to me.
There's times when I actually had to have Amazon ship my knife to SCAB's house in Florida, and I would have it mailed to me.
Yeah, I mean, there's ways around this, but it's frustrating that that people have to deal with this idiocy.
Mm-hmm.
So our solution is to eventually get rid of all these knife bans, and then they got no reason not to ship. That's the bottom line. If there are no knife bans, then there's no reason not to ship to you.
Yeah, the other thing that this does is it brings awareness. There's a lot of folks, and I've been watching in the comments for the past couple of lives, and everybody's done a great job. But I watch comments, people are shocked that these archaic and arcane laws are in effect. So thank you again for bringing awareness to that. I can say this. Go ahead.
So there are a couple problems we have. One is many people don't even really know the knife laws in their own city, county, state. They think they do, but oftentimes when we have a conversation or they finally download the Legal Blade app and look at it, it's like, oh, wow, I didn't know this knife was legal and I didn't know this knife was illegal. And it's not a problem till it's a problem, which is one of the things we have to explain to people why they should support us, and also to legislators why they should repeal these bans. Generally speaking, except like in New York City, cops aren't looking to arrest you for carrying a knife. But they also, if they stop you for something and you're carrying an illegal knife, the next thing you know, you're in trouble.
Right.
And so it's not a problem till it's a problem. I get a lot of people who say, I don't care what the law is, I carry what I want. And that's great right up until it does matter. And our solution is get rid of the laws, and then you don't have to worry about it. So
yeah.
we need people's support, even if they think it's not a problem. Sometimes it is.
Yeah. Doug, can you
Well,
tell us about
like
that
you
app
said,
one more
until it
time?
happens to
I'm
you.
sorry. Just tell us
Sure.
what that app is so people know if they're traveling, what's the name of the app and how to get that app.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's called Legal Blade. It's a free app. It has the knife laws of all 50 states and the District of Columbia,
Okay.
40 of the larger cities in the U.S., and links so that you can find the law in a particular city or town or county.
Okay.
I encourage people to download it, even if they think they know their state laws, because even if you're not traveling, if you're a state without preemption, you can cross a city line or town line on a map, and suddenly your knife is illegal. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not fair, it's stupid, but it is a reality. So it's a good way to protect yourself, make sure you're not stepping over the line. I get so many calls from people and emails from people who are like, I got stopped for a traffic ticket. Now I was put in jail, and now what do I do?
Right. Right.
And it's heartbreaking to me. So that's part of what motivates me to get rid of these knife laws. So I don't get those calls.
Go ahead, Skip.
Doug, let me ask you this, because I'm seeing it in the chat a couple times. Is there anything that can be done at the federal level that would supersede the state laws? And I think we talked about this on Blade Talk, but I wanted you to answer that.
So unless federal law calls out it being preemptive, and even then sometimes there's issues, no. Now, if we get rid of the Federal Switchblade Act, then that makes it legal for what's currently happening illegally for people to send knives across state lines. Everybody does it. Everyone sends autos across state lines, but technically it's illegal. So let's get rid of that stupid law. The other thing we've tried to pass at the federal level is the Knife Owners Protection Act, which would mean that if you're transitioning, if you're going from New Hampshire to Virginia, and you're carrying an automatic knife that's legal in New Hampshire and legal in Virginia, but you're crossing New York and, God forbid, New Jersey, and you get stopped, they can't arrest you because you're protected while you're traveling with your knife. As long as you lock it up, you're good to go. So that is an important objective. We've had the bill in Congress for a number of years, and one of these days, all the stars will align. But again, it gets back to, the odds that we would get that done the first year really slim. 10 years, we got a good chance. 15 years, you just got to be there. You got to keep coming back. You got to keep working at it. And that's what we do. That's what the funding that folks are donating for now, and the memberships, that's what it allows us to do, is to continue to persevere when it takes a long time to get this stuff done.
Well,
And
listen,
tell us, Joe,
Yeah,
if you interrupt me, they're going to need a law to protect you. I promise you.
you're
Tell
delayed.
Tell us, if you would, Mr. Ritter, how we can help you, because we've got some links going, but tell us specifically.
So the whole Knives Live 2022 is about helping us to raise funds. You donate $10 or multiples of $10 or join Knife Rights at the links that are posted all around. Send your receipt in, and you get a chance for some great grand prizes. I mean, each of those packages is worth well over $1,000, and there's 5 of them. Look, I don't love the fact that it takes money. This sucks. The worst part of my job is, going out and soliciting funds. I spend the vast majority of my time doing that as opposed to actually getting stuff done in the legislature. But, it takes money. Where'd you go? You disappeared. Hello. There you go. Okay. It takes money to do this stuff. It just doesn't happen magically. And both I and my lobbyists, we each travel over 100,000 miles a year, because showing up is part of the plan.
Right.
That's the only way you get things done,
Right.
showing up at the State House. And that costs money, and it costs a lot more money today than it did a year ago. I mean, just like your groceries are going up, the cost of travel, hotels, everything is going up. And we've had a great run this year. We've gotten things done in 6 states. I mean, that's a record or close to a record for us. And so we've got great momentum, and we've already got plans for 12 states for next year. But we can't do that if we don't have the money to show up, because it's no sense filing a bill if we can't show up to provide the lobbying necessary to actually get it through the legislature. So that's what this is all about. Donate what you can, get a chance to win some really great prizes, send your receipts in, and help us continue to fight for your knife rights. Did I answer your question?
Yes, sir. Yes. The other thing is this, guys, Mr. Ritter has 2 knives that are out of this world, that if you buy them, proceeds go to this fight as well. And I heard you say this on B's Blades about you wouldn't shield if your knives were no good. Guys, let me just say this. He has 3 knives, the RSK and the fixed blade, and I'm drawing a blank, but I've got reviews on all 3. All 3 are in my top 10 knives, and that's not just saying because he's sitting here. The knives are damn good. They're made by Hogue, and they're sold through. Yeah, see, that's just a badass knife. It works. The knife works.
And
Phenomenal
we also have
blades.
Little baby.
Like it.
That's an incredibly useful
Like
little knife, I got to tell you.
Well, we designed it so it would fit in an Altoids tin, and you get a tin with it as well.
Genius.
I'm a survival guy, and this was, a niche that I thought we could fill, and it's proved very popular. We've been making it for over 10 years. We've been making my knives for, it's going on 15, 16 years now.
Wow.
And I feel blessed that people continue to find them worthy. I set out to produce a knife that was, if not cheap, affordable, with a top quality blade steel and good construction and a great lock. And Benchmade made them originally, moved to Hogue a few years ago, and they're just knocking it out of the ballpark. The Able lock, which is our version of Hogue's version of the Axis lock, ambidextrous blade lock enhanced. It's a better version of the Axis lock, and they produce it so well. It's so smooth. People try my knives and go, "Oh, wow, you got bearings?" No, those are phosphor bronze washers. Phosphor bronze washers. I can't even talk anymore tonight. Done right, and people. Oh, I could have sworn they were bearings. Nope. Yeah, it's really simple. It's basic. It's a knife you can abuse, and it's still going to come back for more, which was the whole goal. CPM 20 CV steel, and Hogue, like I say, is just killing it. I am so pleased to have them as my partner in the knife.
Well, that's what I really love about your knives. The knives just work. I mean, the knives are made to just work, and they're made to be used. I mean, that's just in the simplistic form, quality materials, and the knives are made to work, and they're made to last. I mean, and they're priced, moderately well. I mean, they're affordable for pretty much most people to pick them up.
Well, I appreciate that, because that's the goal.
Right.
And like I say, I'm blessed that, look, these are not exotic shapes, exotic anything about these knives. We got a few with some cool materials, but it's just a working knife. It's a drop point high grind slicing knife, because knives are made to cut. So why would you have a knife that didn't slice things easily? So the fact that folks like it, that you guys like what I'm doing, as a knife designer, as a survival guy, really, that makes me feel so good. I can't begin to tell you. It's great. And just to be clear, so I don't get a salary or hourly wage from Knife Rights, never have. The sale of the knives is what allows us to keep a roof over our head. And because I don't, because I have a partner, Knife Works, who's doing that, I don't have to spend my time doing it.
Right.
I can spend my time, 95% of my time, 12, 16 hours a day working on Knife Rights.
Right.
And like I said, the majority of that time is involved in some manner or other with raising funds.
Right.
That's my big job, so that my lobbyist, Todd Rathner, can do what he does. So, it's a small organization. It's myself, my wife, and Todd. And, 40 bills in 26 states in 13 years is, I think, a pretty good track record for an organization our size.
Right.
But I can't do it without your guys' support.
Oh, it's a support. I mean, guys, go out. I mean, obviously, this is about Knife Rights right now. We're trying to basically grow awareness about Knife Rights, what they're doing, and how much help your donations give, or even becoming a member is even better. How much help your donations give to basically help us do what we love. I mean, help us be able to, take a knife, the knives that we love, remember the first time you ever held a knife in your hand, or maybe your grandfather, your father gave you a knife. I mean, we love our knives, and, people like Doug are going out and they're fighting for our rights to be able to just reverse these ridiculous laws that are just so haphazard from state to state. And that's what he's doing. And the donations help, but also just purchasing these knives help Doug out a lot to be able to do what he's doing and continue doing what he's doing. So it's basically a double whammy here. The knives and the donations just help out the whole cause all around.
They are fantastic. I was telling Doug before we even went on, the knife that I love the most out of the three is the, and I know it surprises some people. My thing is, it is a slicing. That's it. The beauty is in the simplicity, or the simplicity is the beauty, and it's a slicing machine. And thanks to Rusty Knife Lover,
that's it. Yeah.
For sending them to me to let me try, and then I sent them to Joe. Fantastic knives, absolutely well built. Love Hogue to begin with. Love Hogue, guys. Anything that y'all can do, that's what we're here for. Thank you to everybody that's in the chat and joining us. And if you got some questions, I see some questions flying by, pop them back up, because we'd love, while we got Mr. Ritter here, Doug here, if you got questions, I know some of y'all do, let us know. So that being said, Mr. Ritter, how many channels are you going to try to be on during this thing?
So I'm going to be on 6 altogether, if I recall correctly. Hang on. Let me bring that up. Where did I do it?
I think I could probably share it on the screen here.
Yeah, do that, because
I
think I accidentally closed it out. Now I can't find it.
So you got, all right. So Beats, okay, Choir Boys Cutlery. Okay, so right after us, OCD for EDC is coming on right after us, guys. Right after we're done with our broadcast. And Strasser, you're coming on next.
And I'll be on with him.
Yes. Okay. Well, actually, this is not even updated. I think your website's not updated. Actually, you know what? Now that we mention it, let's bring Shane into the room, because he's actually going to be talking to us about some scheduling updates and stuff. So let's bring Shane in. What's up, Shane?
Hey guys.
Hey, Shane.
Thanks for patiently waiting in the room there and stuff.
Hey,
How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
I'm doing good. Hey, I want to say I got to meet and talk with Doug for just a moment at Blade Show this year, and that was awesome. But yeah, I won't be here long, guys. I just want to let you guys know, when you look at the schedule, that it says tomorrow at noon Central Time. It says carry every day. I don't know if you guys are familiar with her channel. She was big on Instagram. Started out bigger than some of us will ever be on YouTube.
Right.
But Kaylee is a registered nurse, and I knew months ago when she agreed to take the slot that nurses' schedules can be conflicting sometimes, and they did change her schedule. So she's not going to be able to do her slot. That was actually the reason why I didn't take a slot this year. I wanted to kind of be in the bullpen just in case somebody couldn't make it. So I'm going to take her slot tomorrow. I think, yeah, on the screen it says Shango's PKR. This was horrible timing, guys. I never wanted my channel name to be my personal name. I got to a point where I felt comfortable with changing it, and I did to Edgy American. So I will be going live tomorrow at 12 noon Central Standard Time on my channel, Edgy American.
And I'll get it updated. I just haven't had a chance.
Take a minute to thank you for everything that you do. And something that's been forgotten a little bit this year that I want to remind everybody of. It was actually myself and Grateful Panic who brainstormed this thing together. And it was actually Grateful Panic's idea to make this benefit knife rights. John has had some things going on in his life. He's trying to kind of get his footing, just get some things straightened out there. He hasn't been posting a whole lot of content. He hopes to again someday, but I don't ever want anybody to forget that while we did come up with the idea of Knives Live, but Grateful Panic was adamant that we do it to raise money and that be for knife rights. So I just want to give my boy Grateful Panic a shout out for that. And I want to thank all you guys for all that you do. You know, this interferes with everybody's schedule, with everybody's lives in some way, form, or fashion. But I want to touch on something that Doug said too, a little quickly. Guys, I got myself in trouble when I was young for lack of a legal term, for hitting a guy too hard too many times. And I remember my attorney telling me that, because I was in California, that he was glad that I didn't have a knife on me. And I was like, well, what difference would that have made? Because I didn't use it. He said, well, because it's leverage. He said, it's something else for them to charge you with. He said, when you're sitting there and they're telling you, hey, if you'll cop to this, we'll drop the knife charge and all that other stuff. That's how silly and manipulative those laws can be. You know, yeah, there probably aren't that many people that you know that have been arrested for a pocket knife, but they use things like that as leverage, and it's not fair. They need to be taken off the books. So anything you guys can do to support knife rights, if you can't afford a membership, you can't afford a $10 donation, then just share the information, guys. It's really simple. You know, when you see an ad about it or a post about it, just share it so that people know that it's out there. That's really all I wanted to say.
Shane, that is so important. The vast majority of knife owners have no idea that we exist. Mm-hmm. And just getting the word out there that there's someone out there fighting for their rights, fighting for their freedoms, is part of the battle. And everyone who tunes in here, everyone who watches this stuff, you know, share it with 10 friends, and that can be huge. You know, if we have a free newsletter, they can sign up. They find out about our fundraisers as well. They get more involved. It's a process. It's a building process. And everyone here can help. If they can't help financially, they can help in sharing the word, talking to people about what we're trying to do. And you do what you can do. I mean, yeah, we need the money. We also need more people. Because the more people we get, eventually that turns into more money. You know, I hate begging for money, but it's a reality I have to deal with.
And Doug, correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't hurt that if people know about you and they start following Knife Rights, and I've seen where you post where you're about to go and what you're about to do, it can't hurt for those people to call their local legislatures and say, hey, I support this. So this guy's coming to state his case, you know, and as a voter and a constituent, I want, you know, my legislators to know that I'm supporting what you're doing.
So we try to make that very easy through the software that we use. So we also try not to waste the political capital that we have, and we try not to ask people to write just because, you know, it gets them involved. If we ask you to contact your legislator or the chairman of a committee, it's because we need them to hear that there are more people interested than just us showing up saying we represent people. When they get emails, hundreds of emails, then it's like, okay, this is real. This is something I need to pay attention to. This is a bill that I need to bring up in committee. It makes a huge difference, you know, and we try very hard to make it easy for you to do that.
Right.
And that's great. The only way we're going to know that is, you know, is if we are following Knife Rights. You know,
yeah. If you follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, at Knife Rights all the way through. Sign up for our free News Slice newsletter, and be there when we need you, and help spread the word.
Right.
That was a great point, Shane. That's actually a really important point that you brought up in terms of everybody just trying to voice their own voices, you know, and just being heard, knowing that we support, you know, we're all supporting it unified. I think I'm going to try to get more information on that with you, Doug, and I want to try to get that out there too on posts and channels. I think we should definitely get the word out for that a lot more.
Doug, before I go on, issue a challenge to you this year. You know, this has always been about getting as much exposure to Knife Rights as possible. Doug, my channel, I have like 750 subscribers. You're not going to get a whole lot of exposure from my channel. That's why I keep reaching out and trying to broaden our horizon and get different audience groups. That's why I was super excited to have SCAB and Joe this year, you know, and maybe get some different viewers. But if you would next year, maybe you could take just a moment to reach out to a particular channel, maybe Metal Complex, see if you can get him on board, and we can have an even bigger voice and a broader audience, and that would be huge, because you know, he gets so many messages, he's not going to answer me, but I know he'd answer you.
So, look, as you probably noticed, what hair I have left is gray. I'm old. All right. Drop me an email, because I'll forget this conversation in an hour. I'm lucky if I remember what I had for breakfast by the time dinner rolls around. But yeah, I'm happy to reach out and help you guys grow, because honestly, last year, you guys raised more money than any other independent effort has ever raised for Knife Rights. And, you know, there's no reason to believe that this won't be even better this year. You guys are doing an incredible job. So I appreciate it.
That's because of our community. I mean, we came up with the idea, we put it together. You know, we're fortunate to have a bunch of content creators willing to participate. But these guys over here in the comment section, you know, they're the ones that make it happen. They've made it happen last month, you know, raising money for the Brown family. They've made it happen 2 years in a row for Knife Rights. Our community has some of the greatest people that you will ever meet, and I'm super appreciative. Like I said, guys, this isn't my hour. I don't want to impose too much, so I'm going to jump off here. I just wanted to get that in and let you guys know that noon tomorrow won't be Carrie every day. It'll be my ugly face instead of her pretty face, but you know, it's the best I can do. So thanks, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, Shane. I appreciate it, buddy.
Appreciate it. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. All right.
Well, that was Shane, everybody. If you don't know him, Shane's an awesome guy. Thank you for coming on. One thing real quick, Doug, before we go, I seen it, or not before we go, but before we move forward, who exclusively distributes your knife that it helps? Is that Knife Works?
That's Knife Works for all the Hogue built knives. The little RSK Mark V is available pretty much wherever, from your favorite retailer. But yeah, Knife Works is my exclusive dealer for all my Hogue built knives. They've been a great partner. I couldn't do it without them.
Now, guys, that's big. Knife Works, you can buy most of the knives anywhere, but Knife Works is the one we need to go through that does the most good. That's what this whole thing's about, you know. And I heard you say you don't like begging for money. It's not begging for money. It's really not. It's doing a service, and I'll be glad to dedicate as much time to beg for money for you. I have no problems with that because you're doing us all. I'll tell you this real quick. I had a buddy of mine arrested last year for carrying and it was a Voyager XL. Okay, so they are on the bigger side. But he wound up getting arrested. He had a pass, but he also got 3 years on paper for carrying a pocket knife on his way to work. It's absurd. And I'm in Florida. So for everybody who keeps saying, we have laws. It depends on what they want. It depends on what you're doing. And I heard you say this too. It's how you carry the knife, which is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. But most of us, 99.9% of us, I carry mine on the way to work every day. So I want to thank you because it does benefit all of us. And you said it best. It doesn't matter until it happens to you.
But it does matter. You know, one of the things that motivates me is, okay, for all of us that are listening, all of us knife owners now, you know, we want to fix it so we don't get in trouble. But, you know, to a greater extent, I want to fix it so our kids and our grandkids and our great grandkids don't have to worry about this stuff. Okay. If we fix it now, they won't even have to worry about, they won't even realize that there was a time where they couldn't carry a particular knife. So that's one of the things that motivates me, is getting rid of this stuff. And you talk about, you know, walking down the street and getting arrested for carrying a knife. You know, we've been working with our friends in New Jersey who, you know, are trying to pass a law that would basically make it illegal to carry a pocket knife almost anywhere, that you would be potentially subject to arrest for carrying an illegal weapon.
Okay.
We were able with our friends at in New Jersey to get that taken out of the Senate version of that bill, and hopefully that the House will amend their bill. I mean, one of them has to amend their bill because they both have to be the same in order to get passed. So hopefully, by getting it out of the Senate bill, we will be able to get it out of the Assembly bill. I mean, it's still going to be a lousy law and unconstitutional law for knife owners in New Jersey, but at least every carrier of a pocket knife or a baseball bat or you know, a crowbar for work, you know, aren't going to be subject to arrest for carrying a weapon. So yeah, we'll take those kind of victories even if they aren't complete. And New Jersey is the only state in the nation that knife violations are automatically a felony or a felony level offense. You can lose all your civil rights, you know, your right to vote, your right to firearm, all this stuff, just for carrying a pocket knife that New Jersey doesn't think is legal. You know, other states are misdemeanors, and you know that doesn't make it better, but it certainly makes it better than New Jersey, where it's a felony.
I didn't know it was that bad in Jersey. I had no idea.
Yeah. Only state in the nation where every knife violation is a felony. Not upgradable to a felony. Starts out as a felony.
Wow.
Or their equivalent of a felony. So yeah, bad. Really bad.
Wow. Got to be careful when I travel into Jersey.
Well, the thing about it is, Joe, if someone pulled you over, if you just happen to have a knife, I carry a knife every day. Always have. That's part of being in the South or in a small town, or however you want to put it. But it's ridiculous that we have to worry about these things. That's why this fight's important. That's why I love knives, just like everybody in the chat. And Bees, I see you, brother. And all you guys coming in, Grumpy. Congrats to Grumpy for hitting 1,000. But that's why we should be passionate about the laws as well. Instead of running around saying, I'll carry what I want. That sounds good. It sounds real good. And then you'll be on here. We need to be concerned now. I just gave my year-old grandson his first pocket knife, mainly because I wanted to beat his other grandfather to doing it. But I like what Doug said. Let's make it to where I don't want my grandsons to ever know. I want them to look and go, I want them to look back on these videos and go, wow, how is that even possible? So I think it's important, and I think we need to move forward. And whatever you can donate, and let's do that. Now, we do need to mention the big raffle, because there's like $5,000 or 5 packages. They're freaking awesome. If you join Knife Rights, and guys see the thing going across the bottom there, that's where you go. If you Knife Rights, I believe it's $35. You get 4 entries. It's going across now. Isn't that it, Joe?
Yep.
Doug, you could explain it a little bit better than I can. Go ahead.
So you go to kniferights.org/donate or membership, whichever, or just go to kniferights.org and you'll find the links in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Make your donation, join, send the receipt to kniveslive2021@gmail.com, and you're entered. $10, you get 1 entry. Become a member for $35, you get 4 entries. Give $20, you get 2 entries. Give $100, you get 5 entries. There are some incredible prizes. The list of prizes is on our page on Knife Rights. Just click on it when you get to kniferights.org. But 3 of those prizes have your choice of any in-stock RSK folder that you want.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Wow. Thank you. Even Lola was happy. That's a hell of a giveaway.
Yeah.
The other thing we need to cover, Joe, here's the one thing that I want to do, because Casey was on before us and Brent, and they did a phenomenal job. Who's up after us, brother? Joe?
After us, I just had it on screen. I had said it before. Where are we here? It's OCD for EDC. OCD for
That's
EDC.
where we're all going.
Yep, right after
Now,
this.
guys, we're going to have a couple of giveaways, and then Mr. Ritter's going to leave us with some parting thoughts, and then we're going over there. I did want to say, too, this, and I want to make this clear. As passionate as I am about the knives laws, no matter what we think, we have to respect them. And I'm one of the world's worst at doing that. We can respect them, and we can disagree with them, but let's do something here to change them. While we got the man sitting here, let's do that.
Thank you,
Mr. Ritter, tell us a couple things, just some stuff that's on your heart right here while we got a few minutes, and then we'll do our stuff. But the important thing is, while you're here, a couple things on your heart.
On my heart. Obviously, this is a passion. You can't do this if you're not passionate about it. I wake up some mornings like, oh my God, here we go again. I wake up some mornings just, okay, we're going to get this done. But the point is, I think that I am driven to do this. And the only way I can do this is if you help me. We are making a difference. When we first started Knife Rights, people told me I was crazy. Most people thought we would never get a knife law change. Nobody had ever done it before, ever in the history of the United States, repealed a knife ban. And I don't blame them for thinking I'm crazy. My wife Sue thought I was crazy. And thank God she was willing to stick with it and help me. Couldn't do this without her. Thank God I'm blessed with her. But when we first started out, it was really hard. We had no track record. People were like, you're crazy. Why should I help you? This is never going anywhere. And then we started getting things done. The first year we started at the state level, we got the first repeal of a knife law in the entire history of the country. Switchblades, Sturch daggers, and stilettos in New Hampshire. And also We passed knife law preemption in Arizona, the first knife law preemption law in the nation. And preemption means that state law preempts all local laws. So whatever the state law is, that's the law throughout the state. You get rid of all this stupid stuff across the city line and suddenly your knife being illegal. And over the years, we started gaining momentum and people are going, oh, yeah, I guess you're real. You're really doing this. You know, for those out there who are thinking, should I help them, should I not? We got a hell of a track record. You know, we've proved we can do it. If you give us the resources to get this done, we can get it done. And we're just going to keep coming back until we get it all done. Look, I'm never going to run out of work to do for knife rights. But the more we do it, the more you help us do it, the longer we go, the more stupid laws we're getting rid of. So you can know that when you invest in knife rights, you're investing in an organization that's getting it done for knife owners and makers and manufacturers. Because proof's in the pudding. 40 bills, 26 states in 13 years. I don't know what else to say.
That's a hell of a record.
Really is.
Hell of a record. Joe?
Yes, Scab.
Do something, son.
Let's do some giveaways, Scab, because we are going on in around 15 minutes. So we should start up the giveaways.
Cool.
So what do you want to do first,
It's
buddy?
been fun. It's blown by, man.
Yeah.
What, buddy?
What do you want to do first?
Well, you're giving away a sword, right?
You want to do that first?
Let's
All right,
do
so
this.
let's show it. All right, guys,
Do
listen,
the
everybody in the
sword first.
room. Let's do the sword. All right. Yes, yes, Scab said a sword. All right. All right, guys, I am giving away this Bohayu katana, T10 steel, really nice sword. Okay, nice blade.
Do I get to enter?
Okay, so this is going to be our first gore that we're giving away. I'm going to put it aside because I don't want to cut myself. I'll put that here.
Oh, wait, we like blood.
Yeah, we love it.
So, guys, if you love swords, if you love blades, you're going to enter to this. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to do the giveaway tool with StreamYard. So everyone in the room, actually, let me see. Let me name it. Okay. We're going to name it hashtag GAW1, hashtag GAW1. So everyone in the room, just input hashtag GAW1. And then you'll be entered in. Well, you know, basically the computer will go in. They'll see basically that hashtag. And I'm going to spin the wheel. And we're going to get a winner for that, for the sword. So everyone in the room, put in hashtag GAW1, GAW1. So we'll give you a couple minutes to get that done, guys. And then we'll do the send off because we got 2 more packages, I believe. Right, Scab?
Yeah, we're going to give away, while they're doing that, I'm going to give away a Rosecraft Blades wanted to be involved, and they've donated this Ajunta. So we're going to give this away, get a little pocket knife. I got a review coming up on it. And then Alicord Paracord, Miss Alice is some dude. Now she's on Instagram. She's come up, she sent a few paracord type items to throw in as well. So that's going to be a package. But what I'm going to do on that, so I'm going to throw in a knife. So we got Miss Alice with Alicord Paracord with some cool paracord, and I'm going to throw in the skink. So we're going to give away 2 more knives after this, Joe. But we'll do them quick.
Yeah, we're going to do a quick couple more minutes, guys. If you're just entering the room, I know some people just came in. Everyone is inputting
Joe, that's not
hashtag
quick.
GAW1. All right, guys. So I'm going to give you another 30 seconds. And I'm going to spin the wheel, guys. Got to give you people some time, Skip.
Hey, guys, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for coming in and being here. Doomsday, I think here's why nobody has yet, is because the 4 packages or 5 packages all will include one, which is kick-ass. Very kick-ass. And thank y'all, man, for coming in. Satu Dave. There's a lot of really channels and a lot of really good folks, man, for awesome calls. Awesome calls.
Thanks
Mr.
so
Ritter,
much,
I was
guys.
asked real quick.
Sure.
I just want to ask you, is there any one state that's on your radar that if it changed, somebody else would follow?
Oh, I think
Or
that's
is it-
true of everything we do. I mean, our success in Pennsylvania, I mean, that was on the Epic Times website this afternoon. I mean, they have huge following and huge subscriber base. Those people who probably never realized they had knives. About a third of our bills are the result of what I call organic results. Lawmakers seeing what's happening in other states that we've done and saying, oh, let me fix our knife laws. And they file a bill, and then we come on board. And sometimes we have to get them to amend the bill to really work well, or get more done than they thought they could get done. And then we're there to lobby and provide the support that's necessary to actually get a bill through. Because filing a bill is a great start, but it takes lobbying to actually get it done. I think the fact that it isn't one state, it's the fact that we now have 26 states that we've been successful in, mostly with bipartisan support. I mean, how many bills get bipartisan support? It's not that many. And yet the vast majority of our bills have passed with not just bipartisan support, but often near unanimous or unanimous bipartisan support. I mean, that doesn't happen. But we managed to figure out a way to do it.
All right, so let's spin the wheel here, guys. So I'm hoping you guys put it all in. I never used this app before, so let's see how it works. Okay, so we got 37 entries. That's it, guys. All right, we got 37 entries of people who put in. Also, guys, the rules are, which I should have said before, 18 and over, and you have to have a New York State. You have to have a U.S. address because I can't ship the sword anywhere out of the U.S. because it's going to get stuck in customs and it'll never get to you. So it has to be a U.S. address. All right. So here we go, guys. 39 entries, and what do we got? Okay, winner is Courtney Nedro. Congratulations, Courtney. Very good, Courtney. Congratulations. So what you'll do is, I should put it on screen, actually. You're going to email us, Blade Talk, SCAB?
Yeah, do the Blade Talk.
All right, I'm going to actually just scroll that on screen. I'll change that up right now. Please. BladeTalk22@gmail.com. Save that up.
Hey, Tucker.
All right, there we go, guys. All right, so Courtney, you'll see the email coming on the screen. Email us at bladetalk22@gmail.com. Get us all your information, and we'll get the sword out to you. So congratulations. That's fantastic. All right. So let's
all right, Joe.
The next one.
Let's do Junta. Guys, we've got about 6 minutes. I can't ever find the damn thing. The Junta. That the camera kills me. I've got Lola and Tucker trying to direct me. So let's give this one away. And Joe, when you say quick now, that's not 30 minutes later of saying quick. We got to get this one going.
So we're going to call this. I just got used to ignoring you, Scab. So the next one is going to be. I love you, Scab. So the next one is going to be #GAW2. #GAW2 for the next giveaway. Go ahead, guys. Pick it up.
Joe, it's cap sensitive. Everybody in the thing's telling you that.
No, it's not. Not all lowercase, guys. All lowercase.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all lowercase. GAW2, lowercase hashtag. So let's bring that on screen. Pick them quick, pick. Put them in quick, guys. We got to get to the next live. Are we good, guys? I'm going to count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. I know a couple people still going in. Hurry up, guys. Hashtag go2. We all good? All right. Broadcast. All right, 68 entries on this one, guys. So let's draw. Yes, it's on 3 sites I'm pulling from, Rusty. I guess it's working that way. I never did it on broadcast on 3 sites before, but I guess it's working. All right, so let's draw the next one. Round and round it goes.
Hey, Lola.
Oh, Dwayne Letterman. There you go. Congratulations, Dwayne.
Nice.
Super.
Fantastic, man.
Congrats, Dwayne.
Congratulations, Dwayne. So you know what to do, buddy. Blade Talk 22
Dwayne's a good dude.
at gmail.com. Email us, get us your info, and we'll send out your prize. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, Joe, we got 4 minutes. Let's do the third one. Guys, just know this. It's from Alicord Paracord. It's going to be a knife. It's going to be some swag. I'll just surprise you. We're going to call it SCAB Surprise Bag.
All right. Yes, Theo. It's going to be hashtag GOR3. Exactly. I think you figured out the formula, huh? All right. Hashtag all lowercase. Hashtag GOR3. Hashtag GAW3. Put it in, guys. Hurry up.
This is my EDC.
Well, that's small.
That's what I'm going to EDC tomorrow. Yeah. Mr. Ritter, when I did underground, what, Joe?
Go ahead, Scab.
No, I'm messing with you. Hey, Joe, do me a favor. I've talked enough. Sign us out. Send us to the next one. And guys, please, y'all keep this up. You guys have been fantastic. Keep it up, Mr. Ritter. Thank you so much. Joe, sing us home.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Next one, guys. Here's the next one. GOR3 and 76 entries. And here it goes. Ian G. EDC. Congratulations, bud.
Nice.
Great going, Ian.
Thanks, Ian.
Nice.
Ian, again, bladetalk22 at gmail.com. Please email us. All the winners, please email us. Get us your information, and we'll get over your prizes. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We want to try to kind of cut this off because we want you to get to your next live, which is going to be OCD for EDC. Doug, thank you so much for joining us. I would love to have you on again so we could talk a little bit more in detail about knife laws.
My pleasure. Enjoy being with you guys, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to tell folks what we're doing and talk a little bit about my knives, which support my knife rights efforts. Thank you so much.
Thank you for everything you do, Doug. You're doing everything I know you have a passion for it, and you feel an inner feeling that you want to do it. But you know what? With the way we look at it is you're doing it all for us, and we sincerely appreciate all the efforts and everything you're putting into it. And go get his knives, guys. Hogue Knives, man. Take a look at them. They're fantastic. Those help out the cause as well. Scab, any last words, buddy?
I'll see y'all in the next chat. Love you.
All right. Thanks, Doug. See you guys. Go to the next live, guys. See you there. Ciao. Bye.